Hello, travelers. I'm Wheelchair Jimmy, and we're rolling through Buenos Aires, Argentina again today. And we're going to take a day trip out to the Tigre Delta, this small, charming resort town just a few minutes away from the city. And today our tour guide again is our new favorite friend, Andres Miguel from Tours by Local. You know, Andre was raised out here. He knows the waterways well, and he's going to take us on his own private boat. Holy crap! Let me first tell you that this Tigre Delta region is vast, over 5,000 square miles, with literally hundreds, perhaps thousands, of islands. The Tigre Delta is among the world's largest and is one of the only major deltas in the world that does not empty into a sea or ocean. It flows instead into the Rio de la Plata, the River of Silver, which separates Argentina and Uruguay. And Tigre is named for the jaguars, which were called tigers, that once roamed here before the islands became important agriculturally. The Tigre River Delta is located about 20 miles northeast of Buenos Aires, about 45 minutes, and is reachable from the city by train. But since I wasn't sure of the train's accessibility, we had Andre pick us up in his car. You know, as a side note, the Tigre City train station, once we got there, looked very level and wheelchair accessible. But I didn't have time to confirm this. Our first stop was Puerto de Frutos, the old fruit port, which is now really a crafts fair. It's located in the old fruit market down by the riverside. You know, there's lots of local shopping. There's also a lot of craft shopping for us tourists here. It's all very casual, seemed to be very authentic Argentina. You know, the streets are very level. It's just a charming little port. There's also a wheelchair accessible restroom along the way. We then went another 20 blocks by car where Andre and his two friends got his small riverboat out of the water. He picked me up and hoisted me into the boat. I'll be honest, I knew up front that this might not be too accessible, but as always, people around the world are always willing to help. And away we go on the river adventure. The islands along the delta are filled with many small vacation homes, and we just spent an hour or so cruising through the delta passageways. Families were fishing, swimming, kayaking, and simply relaxing along the miles of inland islands. I had no idea Buenos Aires would be so diverse, so beautiful, just 45 minutes from downtown. I love Buenos Aires. As a side note, there are several tour companies that offer day trip excursions to the Tigre River Delta, and there are several reasonably large riverboats, like the one shown here, that provide tours. Now, I'm not sure if they're accessible, but I'd certainly give these a try. You should also know that this is a weekend resort area for the locals and their families, and it can get really crowded. So come like we did midweek if you can. If you get to Buenos Aires, you simply must get to the Tigre Delta. You know, there may be other beautiful river deltas in the world, but the Argentine Tigre Delta is magnificent. This was a very special memory. Thank you, Andre. Roll on, travelers!